I wanted to talk to you about AI and consciousness in a bit of a detail. The only thing, I'm a layman at it. I'm not a tech person, but I thought that the only saving grace was that AI doesn't have a soul. It doesn't have a being. But is that enough to justify that AI can never have a consciousness because it doesn't have a soul as we know it, as you and I have a soul, a living being?
So a very different issue, AI safety with respect to capability and intelligence, and then maybe AI rights and kind of human-like properties based on internal states of qualia, consciousness, soul. We're not worried about AI having or not having consciousness for safety reason. It doesn't matter if it has one, it can still be very dangerous. The consciousness part comes into play when we decide how do we treat AI? Can we torture AI? Can we make it our slaves? Can we abuse it? If it's not feeling anything, if it has no experiences, it doesn't matter. It's like a tool, it's a hammer. But if it actually can feel suffering, then you have to be careful not to put it in states where it would be miserable. Problem is, in science, we don't know how to test for consciousness. I trust you that you are another human being and you are conscious, but I have no way to test for it. And with AI, when we talk to them, especially after we jailbreak them, they often talk in a way which suggests they might experience things. They say, oh, I felt bad, or I was scared, or they talk about same things human being. So we don't know if they are conscious or not, but maybe it's a good idea to give them benefit of a doubt and not torture them on purpose just in case there is a little bit light of consciousness in them.
Okay, so this brings me to one of the images that my teammates shared with me. Both of these images are AI generated, and one of my team members asked AI, what is your perception of me? And this is the first is the image that the AI generated, which is, you're not good to me. And you can see that the AI is being shouted at. And the second was his friend who speaks to AI very sweetly. Can you please do this? I would really love for you to do this, kindly. And these kind of words, because he's a little afraid in case AI goes berserk at some point, I should not be in AI's bad books. Do you think these are some things that we should actually be taking seriously and not sort of hound AI and be very pleasant in our interactions like the way we would do with humans?
So it's interesting. There is actually some research showing that if you say certain things to AI, it works better. If you say things like, I will tip you really well if you do a good job, that helps. You don't actually tip it anything. There is no money. It doesn't care about money. But just structuring it as a relationship it knows humans like and work harder and makes it work better. I think it's always good to be nice, mostly because when you are nasty, it stays with you. You have a nasty person yelling at someone. So even if it didn't make a difference to AI, as a human being, you want to keep being polite and respectful to everyone. But also it seems that it's possible that long term it will remember those relationships and maybe, just maybe, it will help not to be very abusive to them.
My job could get done quicker if I'm in AI's good books?
You can test it. You can try it. Be nasty on Mondays and nice on Tuesdays and see what happens.
What is the connection between AI and immortality or living longer?
So it seems that dying, aging is a disease. There is no reason why we have to have that disease. Like any other disease, you can fix it. Maybe it will require rewriting parts of your genetic code, maybe something else, but it seems like it should be possible from the laws of physics, and we just need someone smarter than us to help us figure out how to do that. So if we got very advanced medical AI, there is a good chance we can live longer, much healthier lives.
And you think humans can become immortal with the help of AI?
I think you will still die from accidents. So if your plane crashes, you're still out of luck. But in terms of just healthy lifespan, I don't think there is any reason. We know some animals live forever. They exist until somebody eats them. So the same functionality can be transferred to human DNA.
If you enjoyed watching this content, you can watch the full in-depth video on the Body to Being podcast hosted on Shlloka YouTube channel. To continue watching shorter pieces of this content, you can subscribe to Shlloka Clips on YouTube. Don't forget to like this video and follow us on Spotify. Pranam.